Okay, so welcome back, and now we're going to start talking about the whole purpose of all these videos was getting to solving trigonometric equations. So what is a trigonometric equation? Well, you can deduce from the statement that it's an equation that involves trigonometric functions, and that's absolutely true. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be now using all of these formulas and all these things that we've been practicing to help us solve trigonometric equations. And so one of the things that we also want to keep in mind as we go forward, and I'm going to show a couple of things, but in the following videos, we're going to do a lot of examples where we're going to be solving trigonometric equations and using things from our toolbox that we've been learning in the previous videos and the previous sections. And so one of the things that we solve, a lot of times we solve trigonometric equations based on a particular interval. And so within a particular interval, there will be, let's say, only one unique solution. But just as frequently, there are lots of situations where we're going to want to know all possible solutions. And so we have to keep in mind that trigonometric functions are periodic functions. And so they have a period, and every period the values repeat. Okay? And so there's going to be times where we're going to want to list that out. And so we're going to have to know how to list out the form of the solution set, because it is an infinite solution set. Now, also we have to consider when we're dealing with the solving trigonometric equations, just like any equations, making sure we consider the domain, right? So we want to make sure that the values, because not all values that we get as a solution are actual solutions, because they're not in the domain. So that's another consideration that we have to look at. So now, for example, if we look at all possible solutions, remember, for sine and cosine, the period is 2 pi, right? So every 2 pi, the values repeat. Okay, so if I wanted to represent all possible solutions, then one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a multiple of 2 pi, right? So any multiple of 2 pi where k is just some integer, right? So we, again, as an example, using sine, we could say that sine of theta is also equal to sine of theta plus or minus 2 pi k for some integer k. And again, this boldface z is the symbol for the set of integers, okay? And so this is one example. Now, other trigonometric functions have different periods. So again, we have to consider that as well. Okay, so some of the periods are pi, right? Like in the case of tangent. Okay. That's about it. So we'll stop there, and we'll come back and we'll just start working on some examples, and I'll show you how we consider all of this in our solutions. Have a great day.